Hello, everybody. Jose here, and firstly, wanted to apologize for my lack of video content. I've just been pretty much slammed with work lately, and I don't know. I when I'm not working or when I wasn't working, I was just too tired, didn't have the energy to record anything. But I'm actually looking at my fall break, a five day weekend, basically, because when the campus closes, or not the campus closes, but whenever basically we go on fall break, a lot of the shops close, or not necessarily even fall break, any real breaks really. Um, most of the stores and restaurants and stuff close. So, I guess it makes sense. But yeah, that made it so that I have about 5 days in a row off, just because of the way my weekends fall anyway. So that kind of made me feel like I should go ahead and start outputting content again. I just woke up from a nice little nap, actually. I don't know why I was so tired, but I was. And decided to mess around on the server a little bit more. I did change texture packs. As you can see, I'm now using the Soartex Fanbird texture pack for Minecraft 1.3.2. And as much as I want to, the server has, from what I've heard at least, the people on the server have decided to not go to the snapshots. I really wish they would, but I'm not really going to push them, obviously. I'm just going to leave it. So yeah, I just finished harvesting my tree farm here. This is just literally all I do is plant the saplings and let them sit. I didn't have to bone meal anything, which was very nice. And it is thundering outside because weather. So yeah, I did finish up my farm. I'll show you that in just a minute. I'm actually trying to build up some of the suspense. You may have seen it out of the corner of your eye, but yeah. Now, I did try to record about 2 nights ago, and then out of nowhere, my computer decided to blue screen. None of the content that I recorded was at all runnable, viewable, none of that. And I was like, okay, guess I'm done for the night. And proceeded to play some modded Minecraft. So, for those of you who are interested in my upcoming modded series, did post some information on that on the forum, or on Minecraft forum, I should say. Just some brief information on the install guide, like how to install it. I've got my guide put up already. That took a while to do. I think I spent a total of about 2 hours on that. My plan is for the next few days to record on the WheatWhackers server every night. And throughout the night, also do a few mod spotlights and just kind of explain some of the upcoming mods and some of my plans. Because at this point, I am literally waiting for none other than Red Power. Beyond Red Power, I have no other mods I'm really waiting for. Ender Storage updated. A few of the Buildcraft add-ons haven't yet, but really the one I seriously wanted has. The one I... Did I really just do that? And I don't have any ender pearls. Go to sleep real quick. I am the only person on the server, by the way. Although I'm not really that close friends with many of the guys on here. I mean, I am friends with quite a few of them, just not super close friends with all of them. What was this saying? Mod installer. Oh yeah, the upcoming series. But basically at this point I'm only waiting on LRM's Red Power, which, it will happen. I know it will. So yeah, I got into a bit of enchanting lately. I did make a few books for a bookshelf and stuff, but I got a really nice enchant with level 8, and it's on my sword. My sword is sharpness 2, knockback 1, fire aspect 1. It's quite an amazing sword, and it's actually one of my new favorites. And as soon as I finish cutting down this spruce tree here, I will give you a full tour of the nice new farm area. It's actually been on here for a little over a week now because I haven't had the energy or time to record. Yeah, that one doesn't go there. So basically, here's your full-on view. By the way, I built up another portal. Don't know why I wasted my time on it though, because it linked up with the one on the bridge over there. I never noticed the cool-looking portal texture that's new. So yeah, currently I'm using an iron pickaxe with unbreaking and efficiency, but I have an unbreaking diamond pick and another iron pick in here, but I don't remember what it does. Did I say iron? I meant diamond. But here's how the farm turned out. Basically, I used a lot of glass panes. This required a lot of glass in general, but that was fine. So here's how the farm turned up. Basically had my melon and pumpkin farm, as well as my animal farm. I'll have to go clean up my inventory a little bit, no big deal. So yeah, still managed to implement this awesome chest here, which is good because I really liked having it, to be honest. So yeah, let me clean up my inventory a little bit. But yeah, I really love how this place turned out, actually. You know, for a farm, I think it turned out pretty good. Make sure both of those shut, and they did. Put my iron in here. You can see I've done a little bit of mining and stuff with the coal and my redstone supply. Music discs, which has been there for a little while. And just toss some of the stuff in here. And here, toss some saplings in. And let's see, gravel, cobblestone. One thing I found is I finally figured out when the server is actually going to be able to figure out what I am doing and when it's not going to know. As you've seen in the past, whenever sometimes I'll do stuff in chests, it doesn't update properly. Oh, and I have a power 2 bow with that. I was hoping to get infinity, so it's basically useless for me. But on servers now, especially laggier ones, when it opens and then shuts, it kind of unregisters you from being in that inventory. So that's one thing I've noticed, is that if it shuts, that means it's no longer detecting you being there, and you need to exit and re-enter the chest. Which saves me a lot of time and frustration when I figured that out. So, I'm just going to toss some of the stuff in there, and go along my day. Harvest the wheat farm, probably. Part of why I really want the snapshot is because of the ability to use seeds for chicken farming. So if I can save my wheat for, I think it's only cows and sheep that use wheat now. I might be wrong, it may just be one or the other. But if I can get it so that it's using my wheat less, obviously that's going to be more ideal because I'll have more wheat for breeding. Plus I already have an abundance of leftover seeds that I can't use. Don't know why I left this here. I'm going to grab half of it. Come over here, kill some animals, and breed some. Come over here and pick this up and breed you, and you. Two babies, good enough. And then breed you, move, and you. So yeah, I really love how this place turned out, to be honest with you guys. I think it turned out really nicely. I think it's got the feel... Shoot. Did I do that? Oh well. But yeah, I also built a little snow golem here for just a simple snow farm. This is an iron shovel, so I'm not going to waste it. But in here, you can see I've gotten a good amount of snow. And then the tree farm is already kind of getting started here. It'll just naturally grow up into the same state it was earlier. I also have a reed farm going. And, you know, with my cow farm and stuff already set up, it's pretty easy to get all the books I may need. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to show you something I've been working on. I actually haven't really been working on it. I did a craptastic job on it, and we'll be working on it soon. It's my really terrible XP farm. I found a spider spawner, which you guys I think have seen already, but I turned it into just a simple XP farm. I put little effort into it, so I don't want to hear anyone complain about how terrible it is, because I already know it is absolutely terrible. So here it is. Basically what happens is they spawn, come down to this corner, and I smack them. It's a terrible design. I have to use my sword for everything, so I've been using stone swords. It's terrible. But more importantly, down here is where I've been enchanting at, and is stuff still spawning here, or was that up here, I think, or down there, I don't know. Who knows where they spawned. But yeah, here's this little abandoned mine shaft that I've practically taken over at this point. Except I haven't been this way. Oh god, that's why. That's why. Those freaking blue spiders, man. I hate them. Hate them big. Actually really can't do much about them though. Oh well. So one thing that I did want to come down here for real quick was, I'm just going to dump off my water here. I really don't need it, but what I do want is this lava. But yeah, my plans are to eventually work on an XP spawner or an XP farm that's much better than this, but not with spiders, because I don't like using spiders. It's just because they're such a pain. Really, that's just all there is. But yeah, I want to give you guys an update on my schedule as well. One of the things that has changed a little bit. My work has finally figured out how child labor law works and what sort of some of the details into it. So basically now my work schedule is Sunday through Wednesday night. I work from 6 p.m. till 2 a.m. And then, or 8. Is it 8? Yeah, it's 8, not 6. I'm sorry. So 8 p.m. to 2, yeah, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. So 6-hour shifts. Sorry, I always get that mixed up because I think 6-hour shift in my head. Not really a lot of hours, but yeah. And then Thursday night and Saturday night I don't work. And then Friday night I work alone. So yeah, that's pretty much my schedule for now. Lately they've been figuring out some of the requirements for what I need to be making, and like on Friday nights, because Friday nights usually are long nights because I have to work completely by myself, which means that it takes me longer because I have no help. But what we found out is, or what I've found from them, I guess, is generally they still don't know what they're doing, but they're slowly figuring stuff out. So I think the other night I worked a solid 9-hour shift and was in and out pretty quickly, pretty easily. But yeah, you see just then when the chest just immediately shut after I opened it. I'll try it a few times. See, like now. If I take this, open this chest up again, didn't register. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook up this food real quick. I know I'm being wasteful with the coal, but I don't really care. I like the new GUI for the furnace, though. Sortex is such a beautiful texture pack, if you ask me. So yeah. So now it's time to talk about something that is a little bit... I don't know. I like talking about it. A lot of people are just like, yeah, I hate this time of year, whatever. But I personally love this time of year. You know, the weather's... In my opinion, I think the weather's the more beautiful weather. Not a matter of beautiful in, you know, it's clear and whatever, but beautiful in the sense of snow, in my opinion, can just do some of the coolest looking things. And so I don't know if you guys are aware, but I live in Tennessee. Oh wow, that was a perfect amount. I didn't think about that, but yeah, it really was. I don't know why I'm making melon blocks, just yeah. A lot of stuff that's in this chest is also in that one, so it's kind of like, why do I have two? Why not just have one? I'm not sure. But yeah, I really like the weather. I'm personally a big fan of the cold anyways, but, you know, all things considered, I still think that the weather at this time of year is pretty cool looking. It can do some great stuff. It can also be really crappy. So, don't think that I'm not aware of the downsides. Obviously I am, but I don't know. I just think it's cool weather. That's all. So yeah, I'm working up a schedule as far as video recording. Obviously, unfortunately, work comes first. I can't just stay home to record a video for you guys as much as I would really like to, because I'll be honest with you, I don't hate my work, but of course, I don't love it. It's not really what I've wanted to do my entire life, is make donuts. So, you know, it's just like, eh. So, basically right now, the plan is I will be recording when I get home at 2 in the morning, and I will be uploading either of these two, I'm not sure which, or it may be a mixture of both. I'll either be uploading after I record or before I go to work. I'm leaning towards before I go to work because I have a lot of time that I can do that in, whereas if I record after I get home from work, I have the time, I'm just not necessarily full of the energy that I would like to be filled with, I guess you could say. This portal is just so cool looking. But, yeah, so that's kind of the plan right now, is that I'm going to be recording at 2 in the morning when I get home, or about 2:30 by the time I get home and settled in and watch a video or two on YouTube. And then following my recording, it'll either be uploading or me just, you know, messing around on the internet. And then, of course, I will be uploading the next day if that's how things roll. But we'll just have to figure that out as things go along. I still need your guys' opinion on a few things, like if I should install inventory tweaks in Minecraft Forge, of course, for inventory tweaks to work. That way I can sort my chests, just walk up to it, middle click it, and sort it. I'm leaning towards that idea, but of course a lot of people would be like, no, don't use mods. To which I follow that with, I'm already using Optifine, but whatever. I thought there was supposed to be raw beef in one of these. Oh well. But yeah, I am pretty happy with my progress on the server, being that I hardly ever play on here, in all honesty. Why did that happen? I planted something there. supposedly planted something there, but my melon seed's still back there, so obviously I didn't. Or else it would be gone. I need to move this stone hoe. Stay. So yeah, now I want your guys' input on one other thing, and I want to know what you guys are thinking of the snapshots. Personally, I kind of like them. You know, today, or yeah, technically yesterday's, but for me it's still today, because of my sleep schedule. The snapshot that came out on Thursday, 12W41A, or probably B by now, knowing the way things work over at Mojang, brought up an anvil. I already had been thinking about how overpowered this could be, and was kind of like, I'm not really a huge fan of, why do I do this every single time? This is annoying. Thinking, you know, that's not really something I'm going to be a big fan of. It's probably going to be overpowered. Thinking about all the things that people are going to say about it, blah, blah, blah. Well, now in the end, I actually kind of am thinking completely opposite. I'm thinking it's too costly. But I'm really not going to complain about something being more costly than being cheap. Why the I'm doing my best to not curse in my videos anymore, although at the same time part of me feels like it's the real world. In the real world, people cuss, and no one's going to be able to block your ears for it. Mommy's not going to be there all the time. So I'm like, hey, we'll figure it out. But, yeah, I was a little bit annoyed by how expensive it is, and, you know, I was thinking anvil, it'll probably be the same shape that it is now, except with all iron ingots instead of iron blocks. So I was really surprised to see the iron blocks, not in a bad way. I was just like, wow, they did that pretty expensive. This is cool. The damage meter, though, that came out of nowhere, if you ask me. You know, I don't necessarily dislike it, but from what I've seen in other people's videos, it lasts... Why is that making a sound? Oh, it is, okay. From what I've seen in other people's videos and from my own personal experimentation, it only gets about 5 uses. And that's a terrible waste of iron. I don't care how many awesome enchants you have. If you end up with a Fortune 4 Looting 3, or Fortune 4 Unbreaking 3 Efficiency 6 pickaxe, I don't care. That's a waste of iron. You know, I just don't find it very practical. But who am I to judge? Sorry, I'm just looking around, taking inventory a little bit. It is once again another nighttime, or about to be another nighttime, I think. Wasn't it? I really want to add a skylight here. Like, just do a strip of light, or of glass all the way down here. So I think that's what I'm going to work on today, is getting some sand for tomorrow's video, in which I will install that skylight feature. Okay, these are going. They've been very annoying. Just because the server's been terribly laggy lately. Like, I mean, literally, in order to actually log into the server, I had to sit there for about a minute and wait for it to download the terrain. I'm not kidding, I'm not exaggerating on that. It really did take that long. But yeah. So things that I generally have planned that I want to do sooner or later, it'll probably be later for some of these things, like what I'm about to say. But things that I generally just want to do on this server. I want to build a huge and extremely effective mob spawner. Not an XP farm, XP grinder, a mob spawner. That's why I picked up those lava buckets, just so that I can at least get started on it. It's not going to be great and effective, but I can at least get started on it, and it'll start getting me a little bit of loot. And that's something that I'll be working on off camera because of how dreadfully boring I'm sure it'll be. Watching the beautiful sunset, though. I feel like I'm on like Tatooine or some Star Wars planet because of how Just how the sun looks. Looks like it has a lot of little suns to go with it. Man, the new stars look so nice though. But yes, skylights definitely are one big thing I was thinking about. But giant mob spawner. Ideally, it would actually spit out its items like here, not necessarily right there, but of course, like in my building, it will spit them out. But of course, I want to also make it so it's kind of public, not necessarily, here, come and just sit here for hours and hours and hours, but if you want to come by and grab some loot, there are chests full of them. You can come by and enjoy, So yeah. See how well this tree farm's working out? I've only got about 5 trees left to grow, and then it'll be done, and I'll have to harvest it again. But yeah, I really just wanted to spend this episode to show you guys, or to manage my inventory, smell some stuff up, take care of the cows, pigs. But I just wanted to show you guys how I did the farm. I'll give you an outside look of it now. Just kind of walk around it in a big circle. I use some mossy cobblestone on the corners here, just to kind of accentuate it and make it seem green like it is. And then it just kind of comes right around into here. So yeah. I would go into my nether portal, but I really don't want to, because if I do, I will end up at the nether portal over there when I walk through. Like, nether portal's linked up. I went over there and destroyed that one using just a bucket of water, and left a flint and steel in a chest over there, so that if they wanted to start it up again, they could, because I kind of felt like it was crappy for me to not do that. Or I didn't leave a flint and steel. I actually left a fire charge because I was like, I don't want to have them have an entire flint and steel. So fire chargers are really cheap, especially if you have blaze rods like I have or had. Accidentally used one and then had the extra one there from the 2 blaze powder that I got. But or blaze dust, whatever. I don't care what it's called, to be honest. But yeah. I would show you my nether, but I don't want to have to walk all the way over. Nether portals were linked. They have it unlinked, and I kind of like how this is looking. But that hitbox is too big, isn't it? No, but it's very big, yes it is. Plus, I'm not necessarily against the way that looks. I'm just trying to find a purpose for these that isn't another table. I guess I could do this. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, it looks pretty okay. But yeah, my plan, actually, I was just thinking about something that I used to do that I'm kind of thinking about doing again, is, making like a little village. Just making it out of unique builds, and all I do is I'll record. When I record, I will be, anytime I record, what I'll be doing is building a village of houses that are completely based off of my designs that are left for me in recommendation. Anything, really. I just need stuff to build. I really enjoy building. It's been a while since I have just spent a long time and built something. Like, this didn't take me long at all. I really just haven't had any big and fun build projects to do. And kind of feel like doing that again would take me back to, my roots of what I used to do. Way back when. And, I don't know, I just kind of thought it would be fun. So, yeah. I will end this episode of playing on the WheatWhackers server with a lovely view of some shrooms. I will talk to you guys later.